Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, the bottom of the bed is black now. So that's the bed for my 1976 Chevrolet truck. Pretty sure the bed is an early 80 something. Be before 84 because I think they changed everything in 84. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, you know how much work I've done to that bed. So I just brushed it with black Rust-Oleum, not to be pretty, but just to protect it. So I slathered it on there really good. Yeah, because I mean, I don't know if I've talked about this, but at one point, I kind of thought I was going to make the truck pretty, but I don't think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to make it functional, and I'm going to start driving it. As soon as the weather breaks in spring, I'm going to start driving it. So very soon now, the bed and the truck over there have been divorced for probably better than a year and a half maybe. And soon they're about to get remarried. It's going to be an awesome occasion. I'm looking forward to it because once I get the bed on there, I can at least start driving it back and forth from my house to mom and dad's, because it just rides so rough without the bed and got no traction at all without a bed. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Let's take you over real quick and show you the frame now that it's dried. It pretty much looks like it did the other day when it was wet. So yeah, I don't know. I know that frame saver or chassis saver did not go as far as I would have hoped, because I used that whole quart. Let's go look at it real quick. So here it is. I mean, it looks good. That's supposed to be one of those things that like bonds to rust and stops rust or whatever. I know I ruined a shirt. Of course, this shirt was about ruined anyway. I rubbed a hole in it. Had a hole in it over here, I believe. I hope it's the shirt that had a hole in it. But yeah, that chassis saver stuff, it's bad. It's really stiff. You know, when you get paint, get paint on a shirt, you know, it doesn't get that stiff, but that's just really stiff. So yeah, now that I got the bottom of that bed painted, when I get home tonight, take this shirt off, it's going in the trash. So yeah, really excited to get these two married again. Start final assembly. Now the bed might come off one more time somewhere down the road, maybe not. It just depends. People had it before me done a really bad job putting rockers and cab corners on this side. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but that's just a piece of metal, and they slather a little bit of Bondo on it. Of course, I could probably touch that up before I put the bed on there. I bought a whole gallon of Bondo, so I might could pretty that up a little bit. But the rocker, just pitiful how they did it. But I mean, I wouldn't have to pull the bed off to do the rocker. So, you don't know. I've got a gallon of good primer too. So, I don't know, I might get a wild hair and get that prepped for primer in the front of the bed, primer them two, and I may never have to pull that bed back off her. I don't know. We'll see. I might do that. I don't know. I did buy a paint gun. Buddy of mine worked in a body shop. We're about the same age. We graduated. I think he's about 3 years younger than me. So he graduated high school in early 80s, early 81 or something, 82, and he's worked in a body shop. He went to vocational school in high school for auto body and fender, or whatever they call it back in, auto body probably. And he went to work in a body shop. He worked in a body shop until about a year ago when he got disabled. But when I got ready to, I dug Dad's old Snap-on paint gun out of the room over there. Well, let me go show you. So there's Dad's old Snap-on paint gun. It's a model BF 501. Everybody had these back in the day. Dad used to paint a lot of cars, and so you know, I bought some gallon primer for that truck. So I dug that gun out and I started cleaning it, taking it apart, cleaning it. I was like, ooh man, this thing's a mess. And so I talked to my buddy, worked in a body shop, and he done a lot of painting too. But he worked in a body shop and he done some painting. And I was like, man, is that gun worth fooling with? He said, Lord, no. He said, go to Harbor Freight and get the purple gravity feed paint gun. So here it is, and it's purple. And he's like, man, he said that gun's like 17 bucks. And he said, it'll outpaint just about anything out there, unless you're doing some, you know, fancy $20,000 paint job or something. He said, for primer stuff, he said, you can't beat it. So I went and got one, and that's what I'll be shooting the primer with. So yeah, pretty cool here. I think our high today was 8 or 9, maybe 10. Snowed again last night, yay, another six inches or so. So I pushed snow for 2.5 hours this morning, shoveled, pushed snow, and it's cold. So it's a good day to work in the garage here. But when it's cold like this, I like to keep the garage 70 degrees so I can work in short sleeve shirt. Takes a lot of waste oil. A lot of y'all might know, some of you might not, that we heat the garage with a waste oil furnace. It's an Omni. It's I don't know what size it is, 175,000 BTU probably, roughly, but it does a fantastic job in here. We keep it 55 degrees in here all the time. And now when it's 8 degrees and you come in here and you turn it up from 55 to 70, yeah, it takes a little while to warm it up in here, probably 30 minutes, but then it's nice and warm. As a matter of fact, I had my long sleeve welding shirt on when I was painting that bed, and I got overheated because it's nice in here. So, but what I was saying, uses a lot of oil on a day like today, and it's supposed to be negative 4 or 5 or 6 or something tonight, and I think it's only supposed to be in the low teens for high tomorrow, and then after that it's going to be cold tomorrow night, and then Wednesday I think it starts straightening up. So, but so yeah, a lot of what I've done, well, not a lot. I did bring 3 barrels of oil in the garage today to let it warm up a little bit. It hasn't. I just rolled one of the barrels. The barrels has been in here since about lunchtime. It's 5:30, I think, 6 o'clock. And barrels have been in here at 70 degrees all that time, and they still had an ice chunk stuck to the outside of one of them. So not a lot of warming up today, but yeah, I just take and roll those things. I put them in the garage, and then there they are over there. And then I just roll them over here towards the tank and grab a hold of them with the cherry picker. Well, let me just show you how it works. My tripod's trying to do the splits. Let me tighten its crotch up so it don't do the splits anymore. Let me take y'all over there and show you how to do this, or how I do it anyway, how we've been doing it for the last 25 years. because yes, our waste oil furnace is 25 years old. Right at it. Yeah. Yeah, easily. So, yeah, let me get this raised up. Well, let me move y'all back here a little bit. Maybe y'all can see the whole operation. Yeah, let's get a barrel of oil in there. I do want to measure the tank real quick. I know it'll hold it, but I just like to double check because 7 inches, yep. 5 inches equals about 50 gallons. That memory card filled up. I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, I was measuring that tank and I realized that it had stopped recording. Because yeah, all we do is pull the bottom, the big bung out. Well, you'll see, we raise the barrel up, pull the bottom bung, and kind of, I mean, you can get that bung back in there if something goes sideways, but you'd really want to try to avoid that. So yeah, let's get that barrel up there and show you how we do it. I want to show y'all something real quick. I'll tell you what, they don't make nothing like they used to. Even oil barrels. Now, this barrel was not deformed here. It did have a little bit of dent, but it was not deformed until I started picking it up. And just picking this up, I mean, yeah, I know it's squeezing the barrel, but it's not squeezing that much. But this happens on a pretty regular basis now. It's crazy. I think it's crazy how tender these barrels are nowadays. I mean, they won't take any abuse at all. See, I'm always worried about when you're doing that, get it 3 feet off the ground, and the barrel collapses and you drop it. You definitely don't want to be under it. Dad made that barrel picker upper thingy 25 years ago. I don't know whether he saw one somewhere or he just dreamed that up. And then we got a wrench to get the bungs out. So let me get that big bung started out. Sometimes, man, it just explodes if there's any pressure built up in that barrel. But since it collapsed like that, I don't think this was going to have pressure in it. I know, y'all can't see, but as soon as I get that bung off, you'll be able to see the old glopping out. All right, let's see if I get a bath. Wouldn't be the first time. We also got to make sure there's no contaminants in the barrel. See what comes out first. Yeah, it's all. And we generate a little bit of oil ourselves. We used to generate a lot more when we had the race car, but I got a really good source of oil. I get all my oil from a local garage, and they take really good care of me. Almost never. I mean, 1 barrel out of 10 might have a couple gallons of antifreeze in it. Those guys are really good about not giving me contaminated oil. It's just really good waste oil. So yeah, that's it. That's how we fill this tank. I built that tank and the stand for the Omni waste oil furnace 25 years ago. I don't know. I think I figured this was about a 350 gallon tank. I don't remember. All I know is it holds oil and it's never leaked, so that's always good. Dad did get, it's got a drain on the bottom, and the bottom of the tank slopes to one corner, and we got a drain on the tank there. And Dad, I don't know, a few weeks ago, he's like, I'm gonna see what's in that tank, and he got probably about 3-4 gallons of antifreeze and water. But it'd been several years. Been several years since we drained it to see what was in it. But yeah, that's it. Probably the next time I come back, I'll be getting them that truck and that bed married. So y'all have a great day. Y'all stay married, and we will catch you on the next one.